Alright, Twitch is up. And what about YouTube? And YouTube is up. Alrighty then. Hey everyone, this is Will from Productions². And we're going to go ahead and continue from where we left off earlier today. So I did a crazy mining, whatever you want to call it, marathon. Dug up about 24 barrels worth of concentrate to put through the wave table, and we've done that. Almost got about 300 ounces out of it. It's like 295 point something, I think. 298, I think, point something even. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down, we're going to grab the magnetite that we have, stick it in the trailer and put it in the factory and see what that gets us. And then we'll decide from there what to do with the... I think have I turned this off yet? I think I have, yeah. See what we can get at the, what upgrades we can get at the blacksmith, and then from there determine what we're going to do with the gold that we have. First I need to come down here and get the magnetite bucket, which is at 55%. Same massive amount. Throw this in the back of the truck. 298.898. So just over 298 ounces, which is insane. It's the largest clean out I've ever had. Well, I shouldn't say clean out because it was clean out, but it's the largest amount of gold I've cleaned out at any one time. In any way that you do a clean out. So what I'm hoping is that since I've worked out that about 100 ounces is about $100,000. Now we have to include the fact there's about 200 extra bucks per 20 ounces. So it's more like probably around 105 or 110. Then we have to take out the cost to smelt it. So at the current cost, the current cost, it's about 900 bucks per 20 ounces. So for 100, that's going to be $5,000. So that's going to eat into our what we have. So it's about 105, I would say. So which one to use the magnetite bucket? This one. Yeah. Alright, so how much percentage do we get on this one out of here? I have no clue. 5% on the trailer. Holy crap. So how much actually is that? Hell of a lot, probably. Well, it's not quite enough to do 2 of them. I can definitely do 1 of them. I can do the 60, the 6,000 gram one. Yeah. So I can do one of the top ones, which is the loss or the amount maximum amount that you can smelt. If I'd gotten a little bit more, say like around 3,500 ounces of magnetite, I could have also done the time. I could have dropped the time down a bit, but we'll just drop down the loss. That way we'll get more back. So it's actually going to be more now that we're going to get, depending on how much more we get. I worked out you lose about 5% of the total amount that you are smelting without any upgrades. Because basically what happens is that you put in 20 ounces, you get 18 back. 1 ounce is used to pay him, and then another ounce is used is lost in the smelting process. So that works out to being 5%. 2% of 20 is 10%. So 1% of 1% of 20%, or 1 out of 20 is 5%. Alright, so we are in for a slog of friggin' smelting thing here. It's gonna be 15 minutes in-game time for each smelting, and we got like nearly 300 ounces to smelt. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So if I wanted to sell all this magnetite, I could sell it for 25k, which I'm not gonna do. We're gonna go to upgrade, and we're gonna do gold losses. So it doesn't tell you exactly how much it takes off though, which is annoying. It should tell you what you're actually getting for it. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that. Now what's left of it we will sell, because that's pretty much useless, and it's a good amount still. Like I said, a little bit more. If we get up to 1058, we would have been able to get another 200 or so. Well, 200 would definitely put us in it. Ounces would have gotten us up there, but whatever. So that'll give us 73.57.98 cents. So we'll go ahead and sell the last of the magnetite. So we have now 10,009. So for 20 ounces, we're only losing 1 ounce now, instead of... Okay, no, we lost 2 ounces before. The money just comes out of your money. It doesn't come out of what gold you have. So we were losing, actually, 10% of our gold. Now we're only losing 5%. So we're getting an extra ounce back. So we'll get 19 ounces. That's an extra 1,200. No, yeah, extra 1,200 because it's like 1,200 an ounce. Alright, so it's still going to take 15 minutes, but we'll get 19 of that back, and now we just have to wait. So what I want to get out of this is I want to get enough to buy the old Arnold claim outright, so I don't have to keep doing lease payments. That way I can keep everything that I make and not have to pay 30% off the top for the gold that I get. That will dramatically help. Then the next goal will be to pay down the loan and then take out another loan. And depending on how much I can take out, either buy the next claim outright or possibly get a Frankenstein. Now, if I get a Frankenstein, you do have to use the excavator for that. So there's some drawbacks. And I believe the game has crashed. At least it's hanging. No, yeah, definitely it's crashed. Damn it. I don't know, it's got something to do with the frickin' physics engine. There's time, it's always when I'm moving around is when it crashes. And all this stuff goes back to the physics engine. Whatever the hell they did to it, whatever molestation they did to it, just... Okay, so this happened before too. It actually crashed Steam as well. Earlier this morning when I was doing that epic mining slog, actually yesterday night, well, technically it was the morning. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It crashed and took Steam down with it. And that's what it did right now. Down. Autosave from... So it's actually just before I did my Season 2B1 save, so... Actually, no, it's right. I saved over the autosave. But didn't do an autosave on this one, so damn. Alright, well, I'll just go back and do all that again. You know, now that I know we didn't quite have enough magnetite, I'm thinking about whether or not we should do another 100. Or maybe even just another 50. So we only need so much. I only need 200. Damn. Alright, let's go ahead and try it and see what happens. Let's see if we can get through it in enough time, with enough time left in the day. I'm pretty sure we can get to 50 by 2 o'clock in game. So I'm going to go ahead and turn everything on, and we're going to try and push for that. Because if I can get that little extra bit, it's going to make... it's just going to make dealing with the smelting so much easier. I think I may have to put stuff back on down there. Yeah, it's going to tell me we're losing gold, even though we're not really, we're not running any material, but we got stuff that's missing. Ah, crap. That didn't quite work. So do we have stuff in here still? Yes, we do. Got the last 4 mosses. Yeah, I know already. Yeah, you think they'd make it so that it's only gonna, do that if you have material running through it. We don't have any material running through, so it shouldn't give me that error message. Or warning, or whatever you want to call it. That annoyance message. Alright, got those on. Oh, come on. Get up there. No. I've only been able to get over across like that from one jig to the other once out of the 5 cleanups I've done this way now. Alright, last one. Okay. We are good to go. Everything's cleaned out, everything's good to go. Got power and water. And okay. I'll try and take it off this back wall, because that's where that really good stuff is at, I think. The thing with the Frankenstein is that it makes using the excavator much easier because you don't have to try and use this to bring it over. But you do have to, if you do that, you have to drill. In order to find the spots that are the best. With this, you just, you would like to start with where... Really, 1.6.2 update. I'll have to see what they updated. I still need to convert my project to work on the newer versions properly. Haven't done that yet. So I've been working on the plugins a lot. Speaking of which, I need to get ready to do a update report for Odyssey and Void. Whoa, what the hell? How did the bucket get so low? I must not have put it all the way up when I dumped the last load. Alright, that didn't go as planned. I'll need to grab a little bit more. I'm not sure if that up there is recoverable or if we're over the area where the dirt just magically gets vanished or not. I think we were over far enough that we lost that dirt. That's fine, I guess. Alright, there's some right there. Maybe not. There's some right there. It'll be a pain in the arse to get it, but... Alright, we're on the first day of summer. I gotta watch the stream now because it could dry up. Alright, so... Hopefully I went the right direction on the backup, but all works out in the end. So, the Wii, or the Wii, that's two consoles ago. The Switch is not region locked, so that Mario Party I got works on my Switch, so that's good. I tested it a little while ago. So there's a little PSA for you, in case you were wondering. A little bit too low there. We're gonna need to gas up here in a second. Alright. So since it is summer, the days are gonna be a bit longer, which is good for us. For this adventure we're on right now. And so we'll be able to mine a bit more. We're only at 7% though. The goal is to get to 50. I tried 25, but I don't think that's enough. So at 100%, going through the jigs, you would normally get around the jig buckles will normally give you like depending on the material. This material has been an average of about like let's say 65 ounces a bucket. I'm not really sure what it is from the. It's like a massive amount from the mats and mosses. Something like probably closer to maybe 150 or 160 ounces per. So I mean, at 100% for sure we'd have enough. But I don't want to go up to 100 because it takes a while. Longer than I think I have, because I didn't have time to be able to smelt all this down and buy Old Arnold before we have to make a lease payment at the end of the day. So for sure though, if we go to 50, we'll get over 300 ounces for sure, which is going to be good also. With the reduction in the loss and with the so that's going to be an additional 1,200 per smelting. And then with the reduction in time, I'm thinking we may also get enough to do a little bit extra, maybe pay a little bit off on the debt or on the loan, or if I wanted to, maybe try and get. This is fine. I don't really. The conveyor is more for the dump truck than it is for the loader. And the dump truck, you need to have either a Frankenstein or an excavator. And if you have a Frankenstein, unless you can't reach it all the way across, it's always better to just not have that middleman. Just put the Frankenstein directly into the hopper or into the shaker, if possible. Crap, I don't want to go that way. Alright, we'll need to fuel up after I drop this load off. We might even run out of fuel before then. We'll have to see. Pretty damn low. Didn't think I'd have gotten that low. I got plenty of fuel, at least in the one. Alright, 14%. Alright. So that's fueling up. I'm gonna go check the water level here. Doesn't look like it's going down, so we're not quite high enough. Once you get to around 24, 25, you gotta start watching the water levels in here, because that's when it starts drying out. So So we may need to think about when we might need to be using this. So this is using, right now we're using 24 gallons a minute. Or 42, right? Crap, this doesn't have enough throughput, does it? This can only do a max of 37. So we'd have an issue there, definitely, for sure. We might have to then run something off a smaller pump in addition to that. Which would be annoying. Starting to kind of go over that a bit. So we're at 21%. Seems every time I check, we've gone up another 7%. It's about every 3 or so loads, I guess. Drop it a bit before I drop anything out of the bucket. Alright, so we're not going to get it by 14. That was a little bit ambitious. Try 2.5. I'm not really sure if it says fuel or not, but I try to coast a bit whenever possible. I'm coming up the hill and stuff like that. So whenever I'm doing turns, usually I build up enough speed and then just let the engine kind of idle or whatever. I'm not sure if that stuff uses up the same amount of fuel though or not. Like right now, that's all just from the hill as we're coming off the bottom of it until I kick it back into gear and go forward. But I'm not sure if that actually saves gas or if it's the same amount of diesel being used. Let's try and get some of this ground stuff here. So it's pretty flat here, so we don't need to break it. We do want to go down. Probably want to go up a bit. Oh wow, 23-ounce nugget. Jeez, that puts us over 300k or 300 ounces. Nice. Well, 300k too, definitely. Well, we already kind of were over 300k. Still, wow, that's the biggest nugget I've found yet. By far. So we're definitely over our goal for gold. Now we just need to do the magnetite. Basically, it's just 4 more loads, 10%. So we are nearly done. I'm gonna keep digging out of this one vein here that we're digging in right now, because that seems to be some pretty good ground. For finding friggin' 32-ounce nuggets out of there, 23-ounce nuggets out of there. I believe the size of the nugget is directly correlating to the amount, how good the material is. So the more ounces per cubic meter there are, the bigger the nuggets will be. As that makes the most sense anyway. Then again, who knows with the friggin' developers of this game. But it seems how it works too, because the deeper you go, the bigger the nuggets are. When you first start in the hog pan, you get like quarter of an ounce nuggets. When you get out to here, you start getting single digit nuggets and then double digit nuggets, depending on what type of material you're in. So I'm hopeful that stuff we're dumping in with that from this area here is really good. And if we can get another extra 100 ounces out of this, that'd be awesome. That'd be insane for a friggin' 50% clean output. Well, not necessarily. We're at 21 right now. We'd only need about 78, 79 ounces. Still, that'd be insane for just a single, for a 500 clean out. 50% clean out. Seeing 500. That'd be pretty crazy. We'll see what happens though. This stuff might just be dripping with gold, who knows. Drop that down a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to finish probably either just before or just after 1500 hours here. It's gonna be maybe, I think one more bucket, maybe two will do it. I might go two just to give a little bit extra. I'm reminded of the fact that a 61% cleanout gave me 42 ounces of gold just from the mats. Not even all the mats. Well, yeah, not all the mats. There was two that I had done, but I hadn't done the others. So who knows what we'll get out of this stuff. And this has been, we've been putting through there really good material, I think. So we'll need to see what we get out of it. I think it's going to be good though. I'm going to say at least Not counting the 23 ounces we just got. I'm thinking maybe 30 ounces. Probably be my maximum, I would think. Yeah, I'll need to do one. Let's do 2 more. Get to 51 or 2. Just to make sure we're getting enough for the magnetite. Love how the ground just clips out of the way. It's like, what the hell? Well, that turn didn't work too well. Well, maybe it did. Who knows? Actually, it probably did work. That's too high. There we go. Alright. One more. We will bid this mini run here do and clean out what we have and see what we got in terms of magnetite. Need to get at least, I would say, probably 300 ounces of magnetite more. That's what I would like to see anyway. Let's see what we get out of it. I think that's about what we need, is about 300 to be well above what we need. It's better to have more than not enough. If you have enough, you have to go back and get more. So what I'll do is I'll save this over the 1B save. Alright, it's going to be like 53 or 4% there. Alright, let that finish going through. Yeah, maybe 53. No, 54, awesome. Alright, that's all done. Let's go turn off the... let's do an emergency shut off, turn off everything, then turn the lower power switch on, power splitter on. Okay. Unhook both these cables, hook the other water line in. Alright. Let's go grab a bucket and we'll do the nugget traps first. This is just pretty much pure gold, so won't be any magnetite in this. It's also not going to be quite a full bucket. Which is fine. I wasn't expecting there to be a full bucket of material out of here. You have to go to 100 for that. Well, probably half of one. Alright, into the... to there. Let's grab the jig buckets. Again, we're not going to get full buckets out of these either. So we'll just throw them all in at the same time. Should get around 70% though, I would think. Maybe 60. So it looks like it's about 13% per bucket. 14, okay. So yeah, we'll get about 68% then. But yeah, it's about 70. Alright, so we'll get 2 1/4 buckets out of this, I guess. Let's go ahead and start it up. So we got 50 ounces from that. Need at least 250, I would think. So it's a little less. So it's about 100. Probably actually closer to 90. Throw that bucket under here. Grab this one for vegetator, and we'll start extracting out the mats and whatnot. So the majority of our magnetite will come from this. So whatever we got in here will be... Hopefully it puts us over the top of that. So it would also be nice to have a little bit left over to sell. Not necessarily required, but it'd be nice to have it. Those buckets murder my graphics card. Empty buckets seem to just destroy the performance in this game. I have no clue why. Doesn't matter where they're at. If they're in the map somewhere, they're just destroying the performance if you're looking at them. Or in the direction they're at. Okay, first vegetating here. While that's going on, let me go ahead and pull the grates off of this. Grills, whatever, riffles. It's going to bring down 2 from this side and then all the other ones from the other side. I'm just going to dump them over here. So I don't have the time to put them back right now. Okay, there we go. Smash on the I want to say we again. Smash on the Switch takes a little bit of getting used to. I'll need to try using the dual controller, the hand controller, whatever you want to call it. That comes with it. See if it makes that much difference. And on a TV screen, a little bit more area to see with. Doesn't seem like they messed around too much with the actual fighters and their fighting styles and whatnot. I can, Link is still Link. Link is still a, still a high output, damage output fighter. Fox is still more speed based. It's like 70 friggin' 2 characters or something in it though. It's kind of insane. I mean, the amount of time you have to play to unlock every one of them, because you have to, it's normal unlocking procedure. You have to get them to show up after a game, and then you have to fight them and beat them. The amount of time it would take to unlock all those guys, jeez. It's gonna be quite a while. almost done. Stoop. So what's in here? What's left in this? 19. Yeah, that should fit easy. Alright, let's go ahead and run this. There's 100. Nice. I think we'll get 200 out of this, after all. 8% left. Nice, yeah. I think that's probably an extra 200 right there. So now we gotta put all this to the wave table. Now, let's see how much gold we're gonna get out of this. Much extra gold. Remember, I think this is pretty good stuff, so we should get probably at least 30 ounces out of it, I'm thinking. Not starting out too fast. Well, we shall see. 30 ounces might have been an overestimation. Once we get to the jig bucket, we'll really find out. That's when stuff goes flying. The jig buckets are good for larger gold amounts. The washout, the nudge tater buckets are better for magnetite. Seems to be the trend. Alright, that's the jig bucket, I believe. Along with the nugget trap bucket. Definitely, yeah. We're getting quite a bit out of that one. So we had, what, 20? We had 13, was it? I think. So I think it might just be a little under 30 ounces. We'll see. That was only 18, damn. I thought it was way more than that. Still, that's a lot of gold. Alright, now let's grab the magnetite bucket before I forget it. I will go shut everything down though. Just throw this in the back of the truck. I'll come back afterwards and we'll pick up the fuel trailers to fill them up. We don't have much time to do this in now. We've got just a little. We got 4.5 hours to get over there and get everything smelted and sold. It's gonna be a little close. Should be able to do it though. Especially if we are able to get the the reduction in the smelting time down to 10 minutes. This, I think it's down to 10. It might come. It might be in half, so it might actually be a 7. I'm not sure. We'll see. Can't remember. I bought it. The only time I've ever gotten any of the upgrades really has been on the tier 5 save. Yeah. So this is now about a 60% bucket instead of a 50 whatever. 6%. Oh, that's gonna be... I don't know if that's enough. Damn. We might be a little bit short. We'll have to see. Actually, you know what? That might be just enough. So it's about 1,200 and then 150. We might have 0.058 ounces of magnetite left after this. So we might be able to get it. I think we just barely got it. Damn. If that's barely getting it, that'll just be WTF moment. So if I hadn't put in that last bucket that I decided to do, that we would not have gotten it. Let's go see. That would be so WTF if it turns out to be just enough. Which was the... Ah, come on, Bush. Stop frickin' invisible walling me. Now I do want to do a save real quick before I start doing this in case it crashes again, so let me just stop here and do a save real quick. We're committed on 1B now for this, but at least now I don't have to redo that, all that mining and cleaning out, so if it does crash, we'll be a little bit ahead of the game. Alright. Yes, we have enough. Awesome. Nice, we have enough left to sell, which is a couple $1,000. Never mind, it's not a couple thousand, it's only 700. Still, we're gonna sell it because, well, it's extra money that'll be well spent. Alright, so times 7 minutes, it is in half, okay. So, we're still paying 993, but we're only losing an ounce, so we're getting an extra amount, and we're doing it faster, so that's good. Alright, smelt me up. I'm just gonna stand back here so it can't crash. It'll still be able to crash, but maybe if I'm not moving like a T-Rex, if I'm not moving, it can't tell I'm moving, and so it won't crash. Once all these trees start moving a lot during windy, when it gets real windy, the FPS over here just tanks. Alright, it's done. $19 ounces. Number 1. Yeah, damn, we're gonna need to go. Let's go sell this right now while we're waiting. So I can go, so I'll have enough to be able to smelt the rest without having to do this. We don't have enough money to finish smelting all of it. Damn, it's already done. So what's this see? Oh wow, it actually has fallen a bit. We're underneath 200 now. Alright, we'll have to see what happens. It'll be a little bit less now. What the hell? Oh, we have an extra ounce though, so it's actually worth more than before. Nice. So we're actually breaking that about even from where it was before. A little bit extra. Not a whole lot extra like I was hoping, but that should be enough to get us pretty much to the rest of this. I don't think we have. So 20 ounces. So that's, we need about well, let me see. 1,000 per, and 20 ounces. It's 5 for every 100. So it's gonna be 15. So we need $15,000 to smelt this gold. So yeah, we have enough. So basically, we're gonna use a good portion of 1 bar to smelt the rest of it. So we'll see where we come out at. Hopefully, it's enough. All right, smelt. So we got 28 ounces of gold in the back of the truck. So 56. No. Yes. Ounces back there. A buttload more to go. Jeez. It's about 88,000 bucks back there. There's another one around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I think that's all of them. Come on, you crazy man. Smelt it faster. We got 3 hours to do this in. Just reminded myself of one of the earlier. I think it's the episode where Parker goes up to see Tony Beats, Beats Deets, whatever's afraid his name, up there at Klondike, and asks. Tony brings up this massive mining pan of gold, and Parker asks, "How many ounces is that?" And Tony's like, "I don't know." It's like. It's kind of like what this is, like 200 freaking ounces. 300 ounces of gold is like massive. That's got to be like a couple, maybe like 30, 40 pounds of gold or something. If not more. Gold's a pretty heavy element. Like, you know, one of those traditional kind of gold ingots, when you think about them, like you would associate like Fort Knox or something. Those weigh like 100 or 120 pounds or something. They're pretty heavy. Alright, we're getting down to just 100 ounces left to do. So each one of these is 22-ish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 220,000 bucks of gold back here at least, if not more. We've still got another 100 to go. So another 5 to go. So yeah, we're gonna get to 300,000. Don't know how much over it, but we're gonna get there. And I need to do it before the friggin' clock turns over to quadruple zeros. So I don't have to pay the lease. I mean, 30% of this is going to be like insane. It's like $100,000 for the lease payment on this gold. It's 10%. 10% of 300,000 is going to be 100,000. So if I can just buy the lease, I was going to take all the gold, but the next, 300,000 ounces I pull out, I get to keep everything from it. And there's still quite a bit of gold to find down there. And in that one spot alone, if we're catching at least, 70-80% of it, we're going to be getting, like somewhere in the order of 150 to 200 ounces just from those spots that are still left to mine out of that section I was digging out of. In addition to the one that I've been digging, out of for the last bit. And there's other spots across the map that are kind of like that too. Nothing in that concentration over that wide an area, but there's some pretty good spots in other places. Most of the other dirt in that place is trash. It's, maybe an ounce or two per cubic meter. It's like this here. Well, see, that's still pretty. That's okay, still, and it's pretty deep. So even though there's no rich spot, it's still 179. That one's pretty good. It's 254 ounces. This one's another pretty good spot. There's a nice pay streak there. 277 ounces. 343, 285, 290. So I mean, there's still good gold to be found. Of course, when we start getting into this stuff, it's going to be hell to get it back over there and come back. It's a really long distance. That's when you need to start using a Frankenstein dump truck, I think. Problem is, we'd have to work up to that because that's still, a lot. We'd probably have to take out a loan in order to afford it right now. I could probably mine out half the claim and get what I need out of that to get it. Maybe if I went up to the next, well, see, even the next level of wash plant gear for tier 3, well, actually it would be tier 4, is like maybe just, I think it's 1.2 million or something total just to get all the equipment for that. It's the new shaker, the more advanced trommel, the more advanced jigs. It costs a hell of a lot of money. Alright, we got 4 hours. Well, 3 hours and 55 minutes. Plenty of time. We only got one more 20 ounces to go. So we're going to end up with 0.03 ounces left over. Which is good. I like to have a little bit left over. Maybe a little bit more than less than an ounce, but some is some. Okay. And the last bit. And even if I took all this and tried to buy the equipment for the next stage up, it's still more than this. This will barely buy the D-Rocker, I think. The D-Rocker is like 225,000, something like that. Which is kind of fracked up because if you watch the actual show in season 2, they said the D-Rocker was like 30 or 40,000. So the price of it in this game is not realistic. That's not supposed to be. Alright, there's the last gold bar. Just about 330 or so, 340 ounces of gold back. Well, 330 actually. 320 because I took 20 and used that to pay for the smelting costs here. Alright, bank. I'm gonna go break ya. Maybe like, stop throwing gold at us. Alright, let's go see how much this is. Moment of truth. So for every 5 of these, we're gonna get an extra 1,000 or so out of them because of the fact that we're getting 2,200. So for every 5 of these that we put in there, we're getting an extra 1,000. There. Alright. Give me your money. All your money belong to me. It actually went up a bit from when we sold it last. Interesting. Yeah, it's up a little bit more. It'd be nice if you could like select multiples, but you can't. Alright, 100,000. $200,000. This is looking good. 300,000. Wow, we're gonna get 360,000. 370 maybe. Wow, $373,000. Nice. Now we're gonna have the parcels and we're gonna buy this thing. Oh wow, it's actually 600,000. Crap. Now we can lease out. Yeah, look at this. It's 35% though, price per square foot. But it's a medium expected amount of gold. Problem is, we have to drill it. So what is this? This is Rivertown. 600K to buy it out. I need 300 to buy this out. I mean to lease it. Yikes. Okay. So can I sell the lease? No, I can't. Costs 1 million. I don't have $1 million though. That's interesting though. So you can reset it and remine it. It's kind of interesting. So if I do this, we're gonna have 100,000 debt. We'll have 73 though. I'm only assuming it's 100,000. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 107,000 or something. But I'll have a good chunk of that in money here. But the problem is we need to take this and use it to move things to the new parcel if we're gonna do that. And I need to get an excavator to set things up. So I think we would lease it, and then we'd have to go through another round of mining to then be able to move over to that parcel. But it's gonna have more gold for sure, because the expected gold here is low. Over here it's medium. So we're going to get more gold out of the ground here. And since we're just going to start stripping it like we've been doing Old Arnold, just pick up and run with it. So I think that's what we'll do. It's going to hurt a hell of a lot up front, but crap. Fuel. That's going to be an issue. Well, yes and no. Alright, so before we do this, let me go ahead and make a new save game, just because if stuff goes sideways, I want to have an out. 2B2. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, let's go back and grab the field trailer. And before we run out of time, let's get that field up. So we're going to be running in the negatives for a while, I think. Well, maybe not. Like I said, we're going to have 70-ish thousand to pay off this. What I'm assuming is going to be over 100,000 lease payment. And then we'll be able to dig up, 100% cleanout should deal with the rest. I mean, 100% cleanout usually gets me around 30 or 40, 40 ounces. So that would be, if the price goes up a little bit or stays where it's at, that's going to be at least 44,000 bucks for a 40 ounce cleanout, which would be more than enough, I think, to pay off the remaining balance of that. Though the other question is the lease, the loan payment, which is 6,000-ish. That'll add to it a bit. So I may have to do another double clean out or something like that. I could probably do it on the fuel I have left. I'd just rather not try it. Because if I run out of fuel and don't have any money, I'm pretty much screwed sideways. Or to use Todd's parlance, straight screwed. We'll fill up the other one since that one's pretty full. Well, we started out okay, and then that kind of went really bad really fast. I don't know if it was me running into it or like flying backwards so far. There. Alright. Now we gotta book it like a bat out of hell to get to the gas station and back. If possible, I would like to also get some spare parts, just in case. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else can break. We've had pretty much everything break that probably can break, but there's probably still some pieces on some of the stuff that haven't broken yet. Like, I haven't had anything break on the loader yet, so I don't know what else can break on that. Definitely the hydraulic pistons can break. On the buckets, probably wheels, probably some other things, maybe a hydraulic hose in there or something could probably burst, who knows. And on these fuel trailers, the hose can spring a leak as well. So I maybe just want to pick up a tire or two for like big machinery tire, and also maybe 2 spare hoses for these fuel trucks as well. Oh my god, what just happened? We lost a wheel. Damn it. I've got some spare wheels back at the back in the storage shed, so we'll be able to deal with that. Alright, so let's go pick up what I think we're going to need here. So just in case, we'll pick up a piston. Ooh, that's a lot. A lot more than I thought it would be. Fuel filter. Maybe pick up a couple of those. Maybe pick up one of those. Maybe a few springs. Where are the fuel hoses at? Oh, here we go. That's going to be a bit. I'll pick up one. That's a little more than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, 5K. But we need to stock up because we're going to need it, I think. let's head over to the gas station, pick up some diesel. And then I think we'll probably end the stream there. Might as well fill the truck up while I'm here, if I can reach it. I thought it'd be funny to like bust a nozzle on this and just have like run the gas station out of gas. You can't leave it in there. If you have a jerry can, you could leave it there. I just wanted to just try and like take off with it there, but it probably won't let you. Alright. So we got 67 left over. We'll have a little bit more to pay off, but we should be able to do it with a double run, double clean out, double and higher clean out on the wash plant. If I had a little more time, I would try moving things over to the new location, just because we're gonna get more gold out of there. It'd be more profitable to run there, but we're not gonna have enough time to tear everything down. We have to get an excavator, have it shipped over, tear everything down, move it to storage, and move it over to the new location in less than 2 hours. It's not going to happen. Although I don't know if you actually would have to have it taken down or not. Maybe you wouldn't have to. But we'd still have to move things around, so I'm not sure. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe we could do it, but... we've got a little bit of time. I'm just curious. Let me head... we haven't gone too far back here. I just want to go check the... well, I mean, we're fine at this point. It's just going to be... I just want to see if we can actually move stuff over to the new place. If we can, then I'll do it now. While they still have the money. And then we'll just deal with the fallout from that. So I'd rather start digging at that new place rather than dig at Arnold anymore. So we're going to get more gold out of there for sure. And we should have enough money to move everything if we wanted to. I think we might be able to. Alright, so let me pick up... I need to pick up an excavator so we can set stuff up. I will need to have to buy a new slot. So you can only have one machine on that parcel at the moment, probably. So, Rivertown, upgrade, confirm. So, oh, there it is. I was like, where the hell's the excavator? Alright, so 1,200 to move everything over there, and then all the other smaller stuff we'll have to move over ourselves. Alright, let's do it. If we can do it, let's do it. We got some left over. Alright, so here's what we're going to do then. So first let me check the map. So we're going to be down here now in Rivertown. Oh wow, that's that long one. Alright, this is the first one I started at when I first started the game. When I first bought it and played it the first time I started down here in Rivertown. It's a pretty long winding road. We're going to get it done there first and take the fuel truck though. this fuel trailer with me down there. And we're gonna have to do several trips, I think. So we'll have to bring up all the hog pan stuff, all the smaller bits and lines and things. We'll have to bring up. It's gonna be a little bit of time here. I think it's 2 more down. Yeah, this one. You probably could go up the one back there too, but you can go down this one too. So what you do is you come up here and then a ways. And then instead of going up the hill, oh no, you go up the hill. It's just, you know, it's kind of tricky to figure out at first because there's like a lot of back roads in here. Hell, hopefully the truck can make it up this with one busted wheel. With a frickin' trailer on there. Yeah, so at the top of this we'll take the left fork. And that'll take us down around near the lake. Ah, it's getting stuck. No, come on. Push harder, you moron truck. Let's go. Oh my god. I'll need to fix this truck when we get back to Old Arnold. Finally. God, that took forever to get up here. Let's get our lights on here. Not that we really need it, but still, just for accuracy. Yeah, it's probably better to go down the other side of the bank instead, because we're heading down that way anyway. You can even get down this direction from the other trail that goes down by the heavy machinery factory. You just take the other fork. Instead of going straight across the railroad tracks, you'd come down this way. That actually probably would have been the smarter way to go. Oh well. So you come down here by this lake. For some reason they have military grade sandbag embankments here for some reason, but Rivertown is a biatch to get into, because you'll see what I mean, because it's just the entryway into there is just like rocks. There's no real road. It's kind of ridiculous how they designed it. It's like tire popping nonsense. And the route to get back here is just ridiculous too. Ah, yes. The nightmares of driving this road. It just takes so long to get into town. Now we're gonna see how much we owe pretty soon here. Though this should pay, this claim will pay it off pretty quick. It may only take one clean out, we'll have to see. I haven't used tier 2 on this claim before. Or even 2 point, whatever I'm calling mine, 2.8 I guess. Well, yeah, 2.8. 2.8's everything except the conveyor and the hopper. So you think, oh, it's right here somewhere. No. You gotta come all the way down here. And then you go in this tiny little frickin' thing where there's almost no room to turn into here with the trailer. And then look at this crap. Look at this crap. This isn't a road, it's like a frickin' riverbed that you're driving through here. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the hell the developers were thinking. Oh, let's make this as hard as possible to get into. We've already pissed a lot of people off, so why not piss off a few more? With our design decisions. Now I'm hoping to God all the stuff's still in there. Yes, good, okay. Well, the mosses aren't in there. The grates, I think, look like they're in that one. I'll have to figure out what happened to the mosses and things. Hopefully they're just right there. Alright, so I'm just going to take this fuel truck. We're going to put it down here somewhere. So yeah, so this is where we set up the tier 2 ad up here on this thing. I haven't set it up before, so I'm not exactly sure. Water could be an issue. There's a stream that runs back there. Hopefully it's large enough. There's another one over there. Alright, let's go and get out of here. Okay, that's not quite where I wanted to put you, but that's fine. Let me go check the warehouse real quick. Maybe they stuck it in there. Maybe. Would be nice if they did, but I'm not assuming that they did. It's probably just on the ground back at the claim. If that's the case, I don't want to move. I don't want to save until we get everything up here, because stuff will just magically vanish. I guarantee it. Crap, come on. Jeez. Okay, yeah, that works. Sure. Tiny little hose will push around giant piston. Sure, that makes perfect sense. That was like Yoda level sarcasm there. There's that fuel filter. So the buckets are over here, so they're kind of out of the way. Alright, we'll keep the at least they all seem to be there. Okay, now we gotta try and get back there. Alright, we got another 15 minutes before we find out if we're gonna have how much money we're gonna be out here. It's gonna be at least 100,000. I'd be surprised if it wasn't at least 100K for the amount of gold that we dug out and processed. So what we'll do is we'll use what we dig up here in this claim to buy Old Arnold, and then we'll go mine out Old Arnold fully, and then what we find out of that we'll use to try and maybe possibly buy out this claim, if we can. If not, then we'll use that as a point, like a stepping stone to do that, because you definitely want to try and buy out Old Arnold, but it's 600K. It's twice what I thought it was. Still, we're able to lease out Rivertown, so it's going to be good. I don't have any drill because I sold it for the money earlier in the save file, so we're just going to go digging blind initially. Oh, stripping blind, I guess, technically. We're not going to do any excavator work. We're going to... Yeah, 103,000. I was going to say I had to at least spend that much. 103, so it's 109,000, so yeah, under 100,000, okay, that's not too bad. All said and done. Okay, yeah, that extra gold I had helped a bit too. That 0.038 ounces. But from this point on, we can't buy anything, so... I'm hoping to hell I can find those chains. Those steel cables, so I can move stuff around, and I don't break them to the point where they actually break. Okay, though it does mean we'll have to come all the way over here to do the magnetite, so we'll probably wait till we have like a 100% bucket on that or something, because it's quite a distance now to travel. Now we'll go get this tire fixed and we'll be able to move stuff around better. I definitely want to move over the mosses and the grills next. Hopefully they're over here. Hopefully the game didn't just like magic them away. That'd make me so mad if it did. Like, what the hell? You move over the nugget traps, but you don't move over the other stuff. But if you leave the nugget traps out, then those go away, but the other stuff doesn't. It would make perfect sense because it'd be the opposite, and it'd just be like, you know, it would just be par for the course for these developers for that to have happened. But we'll go see what we have left over here. The hawk pen should still be down here. Yeah, they're all still down. They're all down here. At least the grills are down here. I don't see the mosses. Oh, because the mosses are over here. Right. I didn't throw them. I didn't put them in there. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. We didn't put all that stuff back. So that makes perfect sense that we couldn't find them because they weren't actually on there. Very well. We'll put this stuff in and then we'll go fix up the truck tire. We're going to be doing several trips. By several, I mean probably like 6. I don't have any trailers to put stuff into, so it's all just going to go in the back of the truck. I'll try and move all the small stuff over at once, all the larger things over at once. Well, not once, but together. So we're not having a collection of things that don't fit well together. So anything small like splitters or cable extensions or cable splitters. I guess it's splitters. Maybe the cables and hoses themselves, but the collision boxes on them are crap. They're drawn by a 5-year-old or something. I think that's all the mosses and the mats. Looks like it though. Certainly there's a ton of stuff in there. Let's go through the grills in. Or on, I guess. This is the first time I'm moving to a new claim in the same game, so more new ground broken here. Let's go and unhook all these. Hopefully this stuff will stay on there. Just want to try and get as much as possible per trip. Okay, what other small things can we try putting in here? All these jerry cans probably will go. But I don't even know if we really need them anymore. We could probably sell them. It's more for smaller tanks, fuel tanks, of which we have none of anymore. Although one of these will fill up the electric, the diesel pump pretty well. Not like the other things, but like half of, like one of these will fill up maybe a quarter of that, so they're not a total loss, but. Okay, let's go grab the splitter up here. Yay for messed up textures. If I don't need it, I'll sell it when I get up to the new claim. Well, I might need it at the new claim, so I'm not sure entirely what I want to get rid of or not. Because I might need it to get to the water source, or I might need it for who knows what. Don't believe there's anything small over here. I do have a jerry can. All the jerry cans should be empty though, so. I won't move any of the buckets yet. Those will be later. We'll do all the buckets at the same time. Again, so we get as many as possible in. Anything else small left over? We got stuff over in the shed we can move over, spare parts and whatnot. Speaking of which, we still need to do the... Oh crap, I buried the jack in here. Yes, I can get to it, and we got it out. Perfect. Alright, stick it on top. Or at least somewhere's not going to knock everything off. Crap. Okay, good. Nothing fell off. Yeah. Actually, I think it's low enough that's going to lock in place. Good. It's funny, it still thinks I have the jack in my position, so it's like showing you the outlines on there for him. Stupid bugs. Okay. Hopefully when I jack this thing up, we're not going to be spewing stuff all over the place. Oh, it's just dirt. There's some cables, good. Got a battery left. Alright, so we got 2 good tires. Nothing fell out. Awesome. Red letter day going on here. Alright, gotta get the drill. This is a new tire too. The back 2 are the old ones. The original, I guess I should say. Stupid fence posts. I should probably take up one of the trailers too while I'm at it, to make sure we get everything possible. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and throw this in the cell. We shall sell it. I'll go ahead and move the water, I think. That stuff did shift around a little bit, didn't it? Still gonna hang on there, though. pretty close. Alright, let's head over. With all this stuff. We probably could have put some more of that stuff in here, but I don't want to risk it. We've got a pretty full truck bed as it is. Oh, great. Yeah, good. This stuff's locked in place, which is good. If you get it a little too high, stuff will start moving around and sliding around. But if you get it at just the right height, even if it's kind of hanging over the edge, it'll lock it in place. I'm just going to leave the magnetite truck here. There's no reason to take it over there. Yeah, because I can just bring, if I get multiple 100% buckets, which I don't even know how that would happen. That would take a lot of running, unless there's a lot of magnetite in this dirt over here, which is possible. I just bring all the buckets over, since we're running it that way. Yeah, that new truck tire is everything, makes everything just awesome. So instead of going up that way, we'll just go this way. And then down this way. A little bit of a shortcut there. It's still twice the distance from here, from this claim to town, to Haynes, than it was from the Old Arnold to there. So more distance traveled, more fuel used, but this claim should make up for it, I guess, with how much gold it has in it. Alright. So I'm just going to use that excavator to set things up, and I'm going to sell it back. So that'll be 17 grand or something, whatever it was last time, something like that. That'll get back from it right away. So we'll be at like either low 80s or high 70s, 70k, low 80k, high 70k on the money we have to pay back. I think the first clean out should probably cover that if we get it in a good spot. Even if not, I mean, it should have, even the worst dirt here should be better than either better as good, or if not better than the best dirt over there at Old Arnold. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit better, but should still be better. Be nice if I had a drill to drill it, but I don't. So that would be something that I'll have on my list of things to eventually get, so I can do. I wouldn't. Well, maybe I could do a new $1 mode and buy this claim and drill it out and see what we have on it. It wouldn't help in terms of this one, but it would show whether or not the worst dirt is better than the best dirt over at. I don't know where I'm going. I need to go over this way. That's not a good way to go. That's a good way to pump the tires. Okay. So I just want to pull stuff out here. Set it down over here. Just gonna pile it all up over here and we'll deal with it later. Ah, crap. So we got lots of moving to do. Got to bring the hog pans up, got to bring all the cabling and hosing up. Got to bring the other trailers up. Got to bring all the buckets up. I think we'll probably have to do 3 trips just for all the buckets. You can fit a lot of buckets back here, but we got more than a lot. We got a metric crap ton, which is a scientific measurement, by the way. A crap ton. It's exactly 1/4 of a dren load. So you want to change claims. Here's a very good case study on why you don't. Unless you have enough money to set up an entirely new wash plant. No, not really. It just takes time. Everything in this game takes an insane amount of time. Which, I mean, is normal because that's what it should be. Gold mining takes an insane amount of time, too. I mean, way more time than this does, but... Like I said, those are diesel things, aren't they? They look like they're in the exact same space on both sides. Thought maybe, possibly, they were part of the truck. Still got some, at least... What the hell? Oh, there's a bucket over it. That was like saying, stick it into the fuel tank. Watch awesome things happen. Not really. Okay, so now we gotta back this thing out. Always fun, especially if you're going the wrong direction. Crap. Okay, there we go. Now I gotta find some place to stick this thing at. Guess we could put it back here. That's this train we're going to be pulling out of, I think. We'll have to see. Alright, so we've still got the pump and the fuel, other fuel trailer to bring up, the water pump. Oh, nice, the gen plant's on its side. And we got a crap ton of other things to bring up too. Before we even think about running. I think I'll drive it back to Old Arnold and then we'll end the stream there. So it'll probably take me another 30-45 minutes to move everything, so might as well do it on the next stream. Alright, so that's going to do that for tonight. Let's go ahead and save this. I'll save it on 2B again. Whoops. That's not a save. Alright, so if you watched this on live on Twitch or YouTube, thanks. And if you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, comments, questions, leave them below. And if you haven't done so already, appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time.